Welcome to Your Family's Health, the program that focuses on healthcare issues with unique and different modalities for taking charge of your health today. Experts talk weekly with our continuing roster of guests from around the country and right here in Nassau County to keep you up to date on the latest health issues and trends. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. Spend the next half hour with the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, and get on the journey to better health.
Hello and welcome to Your Family's Health. My name is Dr. Jeanine Cook-Garard from the nursing department here at Nassau Community College, along with my co-host nursing student, Michael Dorio. And today we're talking about the power of what foods have. Our guest today is Chef and Dr. Robert Dell'Amore, who is a professional chef, educator, and culinary skills professional who teaches nutrition through his innovative and BOCES award-winning program called The Power of Food, Culinary Skills for Optimal Health. Robert, you've been a guest on our show before, and we had so much fun talking to you. And thank you so much for coming back to Your Family's Health, the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Hi again.
Thank you again for inviting me back. It's always a pleasure, Jeanine.
Awesome. So just being that this is the second time we're talking to you, remind us and our listeners about your book and even how your food habits have changed since the last we've spoke.
Well, we have been working now with adults and teens and children on Long Island for several years. I started this program back in 2003. And the focus has been on including and introducing international cuisines and international flavors and understanding the cultural significance and the health benefits of these international cuisines: Greek, Mediterranean, Indian, Spanish cuisine that are really looking to feature and highlight fruits and vegetables as the stars of the plate. And I think that here in with Western diets, we can look at these eons-old recipes and cultures and learn from them and introduce these different spices and herbs and fruit and vegetable combinations. And it's really been incredibly well received. I've been successful in bringing it to over 75 libraries, over 100 school districts island-wide.
So tell us, it's very interesting, the different cuisines and the cultures. I know I have a wife, I love different cultural, eating in different restaurants and experiencing different spices. What were some of the spices that you found were, for you, new, that you had to introduce to the students?
Well, in my research and in my travels, I've experienced and have brought back recipes again from Greece and India. And these, again, eons-old recipes feature spices such as cumin and turmeric, coriander seed, mustard seed, and more familiar herbs like cilantro and parsley and basil. But really featuring them in a larger way really brings out more of the flavor, and teaching my students how to prepare them so they're really bringing a big bang to the palate. Not only are they bringing tremendous flavors, they're bringing tremendous therapeutic and medicinal properties that we've known for centuries. Cumin is a perfect example. Again, turmeric, tremendous antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Parsley, cilantro, coriander seed are again bringing these benefits to the immune system, to cardiovascular systems, preventing cancer cell formation. And again, it's all in the literature.
So when it comes down to purchasing these kinds of spices from around the world, where do you go to purchase them? Are they available and accessible in any supermarket, or do you have to go to specialty markets to get them?
That's a great question. And of course, the point of purchase is where everything happens. And if something is readily available, you're going to purchase it more often. In Nassau County, everyone can and should go to Hicksville or Route 106, 107. They're featuring tremendously resourceful, great sources of Indian spices, Asian spices, and herbs. These are found in either a whole seed form or a dry form. You can also look at and order online, or you can look to specialty spice shops and just Google spice shops in Nassau County or Suffolk County. The traditional supermarkets are going to feature the fresh herbs, cilantro, parsley, basil, rosemary, thyme, in their natural forms. But in their dry forms, you really have to look at the specialty markets that cater to Indian or Asian cuisine and or Middle Eastern or Mediterranean cuisine.
Dr. Dell'Amore, let's shift gears for a little. Tell us, according to your research on diet, lifestyle, and health, what are the latest findings on the importance of more fruits and vegetables and these herbs and spices in the diet and mobility?
Great. Well, there was just a study done, just a study published last week. It was cited in the New York Times on April 3rd, and it was by the Lancet Journal, and it highlighted findings almost 30 years in the making, where they studied 195 countries, and they looked at the morbidity rates or the death rates due to diet, and their conclusion was 1 out of 5 deaths are attributed to poor diet, and this is very significant. Again, because of the breadth of and the scope of the study over 195 countries and the number of years, 27 years they did this study. They also found that not only was diet a key factor in causing early death, but they looked at ways of improving these numbers minimizing these numbers by recommending more fruits and vegetables in the diet. And this is significant because most studies recommend less meat, less dairy, and this study was recommending more fruits and vegetables, both raw and cooked, in the diet. More seeds, more nuts, more whole grains. And they are saying that, according to this vast research, that we can make serious changes in not only health, but in life expectancy and the prevention of early death. This is pretty significant, and anyone can look this up if they Google the Lancet, Lancet, and look at this article on morbidity and diet.
You're listening to Your Family's Health on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Dr. Jeanine Cook-Garard from the nursing department here at Nassau Community College, and I'm here joined with my co-host nursing student, Michael Dorio. And today we're talking to Robert Dell'Amore, who is a professional chef, educator, and culinary skills professional who teaches nutrition through his innovative and BOCES award-winning program called The Power of Food, Culinary Skills for Optimal Health. So, Dr. Dell'Amore, could you just tell us what would be, if we wanted to know specific healthy foods to purchase, what did the study, or what have you isolated as being the most healthiest?
Well, I like to share my experiences and expertise in my research and presenting to students now for over 15 years. What are the healthiest breakfast options? And this is really key in starting the day on a healthy foot and also giving you long-lasting energy. That's really what I'm looking for. Healthy, long-lasting protein, which will again give us long-lasting energy throughout the course of the day. It's been proven that a healthy breakfast will provide you with better food choices for both lunch and dinner. And very simply, if we could just look at some high sources of protein, eggs in the morning, Greek yogurt or whole milk, plain yogurt are tremendous sources, between 10 and 16 grams of protein per serving with these types of breakfast options. Another tremendously healthy option for breakfast is avocado. Tremendously healthy in unsaturated fats, again, super healthy for brain and heart health. If you pair that avocado with a little whole wheat toast or whole grain toast, a tremendous source of protein as well. What about cottage cheese? Another great source of protein. If you combine that with the fiber and protein found in almonds, walnuts, cashews, add a little sweetness with some raisins or honey. This is really going to not only provide you with that long-lasting energy from the protein, but it also fills you up, and that's really key. When we can fill the gut in the morning with healthy, high-protein options, the body doesn't crave the simple carbs found in bagels or bread with butter. And these are super healthy options. Again, the egg can be fashioned in the form of an omelet with sautéed spinach, garlic, mushrooms, roasted peppers. If you so desire some meat in there as well, that's going to bump up the protein as well.
You're making me hungry already. How about for lunch? Would you say, in terms of the timing, you said breakfast, lunch, and dinner, do you say that our dinner should be early away from bedtime, or how about lunch and dinner?
Well, lunch is going to be, you really want to look at lunch as a great fortifier to bring you through the rest of the afternoon. And I really need to stress the importance of avoiding and moving away from processed meats. There's been a tremendous amount of research on the link between cancer and processed meat products that are purchased in a deli or at the supermarket in their deli section. Really moving away from those meats and incorporating more lean meats like white meat chicken or dark meat chicken, and really focusing and highlighting more vegetables. Again, these are going to provide us with complex carbs that will not be converted into simple sugars as a simple carb would, which is, again, an example, a bagel with cream cheese or a bagel with some type of sugary spread. These are options that can really, again, fill you up, provide you with the energy that you need. And when you look at dinner, all the research indicates eating farthest away from bedtime or as early as possible is going to not only provide you with health benefits throughout the day and throughout your life, but also increase longevity. And this is key. All of these changes to the diet result in changes in skin tone, the health of your skin, the health of your hair, the health of your internal organs, boosting immunity and the immune system, as well as cardiovascular benefits. And don't forget, if you can also include a salad that will not only fill you up and nourish you, but will also be so satisfying if you include items that you love. And maybe you include some dairy products, like some lean cheeses cut up small, and it's so delicious and also provides a nice boost of protein. If you pair that cheese with some avocado, some cabbage, again, proven to be cancer-fighting. Just Google cruciferous vegetables and cancer prevention. All of the cruciferous vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage, collard greens, are all proven to prevent oxidation, inflammation, which leads to cells changing into cancerous cells, healthy cells into cancerous cells. If you pair these vegetables with fruit, introducing organic strawberries, peaches, apple, and combine the fruit with the vegetables, it's a great way to make it more appealing and attractive to most children and teens and adults. A very simple but delicious dressing. Again, just banging up the flavors, going to include minced ginger, minced garlic in its raw state. Both of those, again, in their raw state, are going to be maximally nutritious. What about some apple cider vinegar or balsamic vinegar paired with delicious and healthy extra virgin olive oil, some black pepper, and you're all set.
Yes, it sounds like I'm all set. Let's take a quick break. My name is Dr. Jeanine Cook-Garard from the nursing department here at Nassau Community College, along with my nursing student co-host, Michael Dorio. And today we're talking to Robert Dell'Amore, who is a professional chef educator and culinary skills professional who teaches nutrition through his innovative and BOCES award-winning program called The Power of Food, Culinary Skills for Optimal Health. You're listening to Your Family's Health on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Some knowledge belongs to us and us alone. The way our girlfriends walk, talk, touch their hair. Details that only a sister can know about her girls. But what about our other girls? The ones we carry with us every day. Our bond with our sister girls gives life. But knowing your breasts can save it. Go to knowyourgirls.org for the facts you need on breast health. Brought to you by Susan G. Coleman and the Ad Council.
We now return to Your Family's Health on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Thanks for being with us today. This is Dr. Jeanine Cook-Garard from the nursing department here at Nassau Community College, along with my student co-host, Michael Dorio. And today we're talking to Robert Dell'Amore, who is the professional chef, educator, and culinary skills professional who teaches nutrition through his innovative and BOCES award-winning program called The Power of Food, Culinary Skills for Optimal Health. Welcome back, Robert.
Thank you.
You mentioned about raw foods. Is it best for us to eat the fruits and vegetables in its raw state, or is cooking? Do you suggest cooking the foods and the veggies and the fruits?
Jeanine, this is a great question, and it's posed to me quite often. Of course, we're going to derive the most nutritional value from both the fruits and vegetables in their raw state. But to make it more appealing and attractive, something that people will include in their diet more often, I teach how to prepare these superfoods in the most delicious and appealing way possible with healthy olive oil. Again, this oil is not only delicious, but super healthy for brain health, heart health, skin health, including just a tablespoon or two of this healthy oil as a base for a saute, a quick cooking over a flame with aromatics like onion and garlic. You can bring vegetables like spinach, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, to the dish and flavor them in super healthy ways with no salt, just herbs like black pepper or cayenne pepper. And again, the health benefits of cayenne pepper, all you have to do is Google that. You'll see pages and pages of the health benefits of cayenne pepper.
So you're suggesting to lightly cook it, your vegetables to maintain the nutrients.
Yes, to lightly cook them so that they're appealing to your palate. Maybe some people desire crunchy vegetables. Some like them softer than others. Certainly, these techniques of cooking on the stove, on the stovetop, are going to reap healthier benefits than frying the food or broiling the food where you're going to really lose most of your nutrients. Broiling and roasting in the oven provides tremendous sweetness to the vegetables, and I often do incorporate and teach those types of techniques, but you're certainly going to lose some of those nutrients and macronutrients, micronutrients, and vitamins with the high temperatures of the oven. So a quick, fast saute on top of the stovetop with just a little bit of oil, minimal or no butter, same thing with salt. You can bring out a lot of flavor in these vegetables, and they'll be beautiful additions to any meat dish, or actually a star in their own right.
So what are your thoughts about organic, shopping organic for fruits and vegetables versus non-organic? Are you an advocate for organic?
Yes, this topic has been in the research for many, many years, and we know about certain fruits and vegetables that are much, much better purchase if they're organic. And there's a list online in the literature. It's called the Dirty Dozen. We want to stay away from these fruits and vegetables that are included in the Dirty Dozen. These are those fruits and vegetables that don't have a covering or a protective skin, like strawberries. These must be purchased organically. Otherwise, the conventional strawberry is going to host a tremendous amount of pesticides and preservatives that will get into the fruit. Soft fruits like peaches or plums, again, it's essential that they be purchased organically. Apples, again, a tremendous amount of pesticides are used on the apple. If you're buying conventional, you must peel the apple. With organics, you don't have to peel it, and you're gaining the benefit of much more fiber, which is and nutrients that are found in the skin of the apple. Vegetables like cucumbers, if they're grown organically, you are going to eat that whole cucumber, skin and all, and you're going to derive all the nutrients from the skin. Conventionally bought or grown cucumbers must be peeled. They have a waxy coating on the outside. Yes. Again, you don't find that with homegrown or organic cucumbers.
You're listening to Your Family's Health on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Jeanine Cook-Garard from the Nursing Department here at Nassau Community College, along with co-host nursing student Michael Dorio. And today we're talking to Robert Dell'Amore, who is a professional chef educator and culinary skills professional who teaches nutrition through his innovative and BOCES award-winning program called The Power of Food: Culinary Skills for Optimal Health.
Childhood obesity is a big problem across America. What are your suggestions on how we start to fix the problem?
So both childhood and adult obesity is running rampant. In fact, according to my research, there are more obese people in this world than undernourished people. And this is the first time this has ever been the case. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we're looking at, up to 30% adults, 30% children, measuring obese. We need to look at diet as a key contributor to this factor. When we look at the Western diet and the amount of processed food eaten away from home, this is what my goal is, to educate and stimulate people to look at the number of calories they're eating away from home. The research is 3 times more calories eaten away from home versus food prepared and eaten at home. Not only are the calories triple, but it's the quality of those calories. When we look at food that's manufactured and produced for maximal flavor, maximal taste, many times there are preservatives, there are food enhancers, gums to formulate a longer shelf life. These are foreign substances that are not digested and metabolized properly, and people have major issues with this. And I think a major cause for the tremendous spike in obesity and the failure to curtail it or even slow it down at all is directly due to people eating away from home multiple times a week, the food choices they make when they eat out, and the food purchasing decisions, again, at the supermarket. Just like to stress that for a second more. How important that point of purchase is when you go into that supermarket. Everything is revolving around every decision that you make. And if you can fill your cart with more fresh produce, more fresh fruits and vegetables, lean meats, you are so much better off because you are going to eat those items. And if you have processed items, you bring them home, you know you're going to eat those as well.
So it's very important, I guess, to also read labels. So as you are purchasing, that you know what's in what you're eating is also very important.
Of course.
So now
the key is if you can't spell or pronounce an ingredient on a food label, chances are it's not healthy for you.
Yes.
If you can pronounce and spell and know what every ingredient is that you're purchasing on a processed item or manufactured item, you're so much better off. And that's a great way to live your life, to make it simpler, and that will just direct you to more healthy food options at both at your grocery store.
How do you feel about supplements and vitamin replacing food?
Well, we know, again, according to the research, that the supplements are not going to be metabolized and digested as efficiently as raw foods or cooked fruits and vegetables. When the food is in its whole state, it's going to provide much more nutrition and also, again, fill you up. So you're eating less. I have been a big proponent of whole foods and, again, using healthy, fresh whole foods as the basis for my diet and those of my students. So I really lean towards, again, promoting more healthy whole foods and the diet's macro and micronutrients that are derived from those versus supplements.
Now tell me, what is your website? Because I know that we want to get in contact with you for more information about the power of food. How do we get in contact with you?
Thank you, Jeanine. I'm directing people to look at a Google search of my name, Dr. Robert Dell'Amore. And if they do that, they'll not only see what I'm doing, but they'll also see what other people are saying about this program, the effects it has on their behavior, the effects it has on their perception about healthy food choices. And they can see a host of different articles. Again, I've brought this program, The Power of Food, to 22 states nationally, including Alaska, Texas, Alabama. And they can read these articles for themselves. There are recipes online. Again, if you Google my name, Dr. Robert Dell'Amore, they can also contact me directly via phone.
So thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Dell'Amore. And I just should add that the last time you came to visit us in the studio audience, you brought an awesome chicken salad. And I'll never forget that chicken salad. So thank you, Dr. Dell'Amore, professional chef, educator, and culinary skills professional who teaches nutrition through his innovative and BOCES award-winning program called The Power of Food, Culinary Skill for Optimal Health. So this is Dr. Jeanine Cook-Garard from the nursing department here at Nassau Community College, along with student co-host Michael Dorio. And we want to thank you, our listening audience, for tuning in to this week's edition of Your Family's Health.
We'd like to get your feedback on your family's health. Send your comments by emailing them to whpc@ncc.edu. Podcasts of today's show are available on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. This program was produced at the studios of Nassau Community College in cooperation with the nursing department. Join us next week for another edition of Your Family's Health on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.